We have 3 official DC big figs. 4 actually, including the Lego Batman Killer Croc, which I didn't put here. Yeah, we only
Well,
have
actually,
3,
five.
bro. 5? Am I missing one?
You're missing Big Bane.
Oh, you're right. I mean, yeah, okay, I am. I'm missing the Big Bane as well.
But
But I
we're not talking
mean,
about that though. We're talking about
yeah,
just
we'll
straight up
exclude
superhero
those
line.
because they're the
Not
Lego
yeah, those
Batman
are
movie.
different. Yeah,
Everybody wants more big figs. I think Lego thinks they won't sell because they're not good at marketing them, I think. For example, like the Darkseid set, right? It's the Justice League versus Darkseid. Look at the set, bro. It's the only set that kind of really puts the focus on the bad dude. The Gorilla Grotto one comes with a stupid bat mech. Honestly, I like the Invisible Woman jet, or not Invisible Woman, Wonder Woman's Invisible Jet build, but bro, otherwise it's kind of just like a weird mashup of I don't even know. It's they just added a bunch of minifigures to that set, I think, and called it a day. And the Killer Croc one, bro, why the fuck is he on a vehicle? Doesn't even look good. He has the boomerang up there on like a little lookout thing. And like I've said before, I hate all forms of bat tanks. Like I hate the original one as well. Don't get me wrong, I like the Killer Croc big fig there, and I also like the Red Hood fig that set comes in. But do you see how it's not? Oh, I need that big fig. It's like, yeah, that big fig's pretty cool. The build is ass, and I'll pick up the other figures. Like, I can't have that. Whereas if you get the Dark Side set, you're like, holy shit! I got the
Mm.
Justice League jet, and I get what a bunch of cool figs. And bro, not desirable, a formidable fucking bad guy for them to go against.
right. Since he's like the kind of the main one, probably for a lot of mocks. Um, yeah, I don't know. They're kind of throwing them around. I feel like back in the day, getting a big fig was number one, pretty rare. But then at the same time, it was like they kind of sprinkle them in with like the weirdest sets. I don't know. What I do like is at least they did somewhat justice with the ones that they did come out with. I mean, there's enough room. You know how like on minifigs or mini, and just getting all that detail into those small areas, like okay, they're gonna have to cut some corners, but with the big figs, they can really like go out there and do stuff.
No,
So
yeah, like look at all of them. They have crazy printing.
yeah, they have some decent print. I mean, Gorilla Grodd's Gorilla Grodd. You know, he's just a gorilla. They kind of already had those prints, but like Darkseid, Killer Croc as well. You know, and I like that they kind of swapped the head molds kind of thing. So they each kind of have their own respective like the bodies are the same, but each of them are a little bit changed up with the torso head molds.
I mean, yeah, that just shows you that Lego really has no excuses to make that Killer Croc from the video game from Lego Batman 3 on the bottom right. Like there really
Yeah.
is no reason they can't do something like this. Or bro, even the Hagrid minifigure. Like what the fuck? Harry Potter has Hagrid. You know what I mean? What a crazy odd build. They could do something like this. This is what's his name? Captain Clown. He's like a deep cut kind of a Batman the Animated Series villain. He's like a robot
Mm.
that the Joker controls. But I think they could also do like some goons. You know what I mean? Like big thick goons. Like there are in the
Yeah.
new what's it called? Legacy of the Dark Knight, like that.
I'm never calling it that. I will forever call it Lego Arkham, bro. It's literally Lego Arkham
Open
because
world
every
Batman Lego
aspect of it
version.
is every aspect, everything in that game is just Arkham in Lego.
I just think it'll be so cool to get like some random big figs as kind of fightable people in sets. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the fact that they have these designs in the game, and if we don't get them, I'll be if we don't get them, I'll be pretty disappointed. Especially with the last wave of what fucking Batmobiles they gave us as a celebration for the game. If they do
Right.
release another wave of sets like they did for Lego Batman 3, it better be good. Like it better be really fucking good. Look at all these figs. Look at that Bane, bro. If they tell me, look, you know the recent like Dark Knight kind of series trilogy sets that came out? Like there's the super old ones, you know, with that did come with Bane.
Oh
There's
yeah,
the
when
new
like the
ones that come
when they
with
first came
Joker
out.
and the Batman. This is the other one that comes with what Scarecrow, and there's a Two-Face one as well. If they came out with a Bane one that had this dude, bro, I don't give a fuck that Bane's not that big in the actual movie. This is Lego, bro. And it would totally make me buy it if they made him a big fig, and it was just like
Uh,
a the Dark Knight Rises set like that. It would be nuts. Yeah, I think all these designs deserve figs, every single one, even the minifigs. Imagine a big fig with this kind of new design like this.
That would be crazy. What I would
Yeah.
like to see is some leg joints. They already put the
Nah, I feel
movable
like it's too
heads, like,
much though.
because I mean they're getting there. They started with the new headpiece and the
With the
new
heads, yeah.
yeah, with that. I think the first one was the Red Hulk. That one had the removable head with the hairpiece, and now with the new Epic Moments.
I mean, looking at this
Um,
dude, the first place they could start besides the head, or I guess the second place they could start fucking with it is the torso right here, the waist.
oh, putting like
You
a
know what I
joint
mean?
right there.
Yeah.
That would be cool too. One thing I would say like that would be it strays a little bit away from like Lego's design with just the
Well,
minifigures because their waists can't
that's true.
swivel
That's
like
true.
that.
That's true. That's true.
But I can totally see it though. Just like the form of the big fig is it's there, honestly. Like it wouldn't look weird if their torso started to twist.
I think the swivel torso might be a better option than the movable legs, just because it's Lego. Like you're right, and that would cause the legs to kind of get loose sometimes. You know, imagine having like a big fig with loose ass legs that just keeps falling on his ass or his head.
That
I
would
just think
suck.
that the torso spin is a little bit of a bit like a better move in my opinion.
Yeah, I see it could go both ways.
Yeah, I do too. Another thing, the buy-in for a big fig inside of a Lego DC set so far is $50 with this Gorilla Grodd set.
When they first came out.
Yeah, $50.
Okay. I mean, at least you
S-
got like a decent amount of stuff though.
yeah, I
I,
mean, you did. You got a bunch of figs pretty much that are cool, but I mean, you're buying a set. You kind of expect some cool shit. I mean, a
yeah.
Batman mech, really? When does that ever happen? Ever, ever, ever. The Captain Cold fig is cool, and like I said, I do like the Invisible Jet, but
I want to say this
honestly,
is around the time Lego, well, superheroes. I would say Lego Batman, but I guess Lego DC. It was getting towards the end of its run, like
yeah.
before it went to exclusively Batmobiles, exclusively just Batman stuff.
Mm.
This was kind of maybe I want to say the Dark Side was probably the last like chill one. Like, oh, this would actually happen, and then you start seeing like maybe yeah, the Killer Croc one that was more
It's lazy,
playful.
bro. It's lazy. Bro,
It
you can't
has
tell me you
the
like
teeth
that
and
fucking build
everything.
with the boomerang on it.
Well, I'm not talking about myself. They're selling to little kids like, what? That's so cool. Like it has a mouth and everything, and a bat tank, no way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, as
And
a
the
kid, when
box
you
is
fucking
probably
see that, bro, as
huge.
a kid, when you see that, you're like, oh my god, look at the Killer Croc fucking mobile and look at the big ass bat tank. Tell me you wouldn't
Yeah.
rather buy it as a kid if it was just Killer Croc? But this is another thing. The focus is never on the big fig, bro. Well, it's never on the big fig. It's on the big fucking vehicle they're driving. These should all be like not. They don't have to be dioramas, but they should be location-based sets. That would make the big fig and the regular fig stand out so much more. And bro, you could
Right.
actually have play features that aren't what flick fire missiles, a chomping tooth. That it probably isn't that cool to be honest. That's why I like this
Oh
dark
yeah, I
side set,
see.
bro. It's not a location, but at least the two vehicles are kind of meaningful.
Right.
Like it's the Justice League jet, which is fucking sick. I mean, Darkseid on his little hover thing. This one's lazy. It's just a bunch of figs versus a bunch of figs. There's no imagination here. There's nothing cool. As much as I like the Gorilla Grodd set, it's just whatever. And same thing with the Killer Croc. It's the sets are carried by the big fig, but that's all. I think that's they're trying to sell it with the big fig in the wrong way. They're not
Right.
putting the spotlight on the big fig.
Which I mean, look at where we're at right now. I really don't think they cared. I think they kind of like just like, oh, let's throw a big fig. Why not? Because I
Look,
mean, like we only have three from this wave, and then we only got two more. What, like a few years after? So I really don't think they were like ever kind of trying to emphasize a big fig being the main part of the set.
but they should. That's why we don't have them. That's my whole point. They think that we're not going to buy the big fig sets. It's too much. It's not worth it to. Not that it's too much, but it's not worth it for them to make these big figs. It definitely costs more to print on and to fucking produce. It's because of a set like this Killer Croc set, man. Take this set right now. Imagine all those pieces for the bat, whatever the fuck that is, and the Killer Croc little machine with the boomerang attachment. Imagine that was like a sewer. And imagine there's this Killer Croc fig right here. And we could only use the same amount of pieces that's in this set. Now, we use all those pieces to make a little sewer kind of set. And we include the Red Hood, the Batman, and the Katana that are all Bro, it would be insane to exclude the boomerang. Use all that budget for this new Killer Croc fig. Bro, slice a couple pieces off the set. Just give me the sewer. That would be so cool. Then it wouldn't be the Bat Tank set. It wouldn't be another Batman set. It'd be the fucking cool Killer Croc set.
Right.
No? No? Am I
No.
wrong?
Yes, only because I'm speaking in the form of Lego. Like they love their vehicles. I feel like Lego, like especially for these mid-wave Lego DC sets, there was a lot of like vehicles. Like,
Bro,
oh,
yeah, but you
Batman's
know what they
car,
love more than
Batman's
vehicles?
tank, this helicopter, this other thing, this jet. So the only real set that I know that I can think of at the top of my head when we were like actually looking through them was the Joker's like fun carnival land thing.
Mm.
That was kind of like that one makes sense though because it's the Joker. Like he kind of always has this extravagant thing, but looking at it from Lego's standpoint or like point of view, I don't know. I don't think they would spend their time on making more of settings than just like giving some kid like a vehicle to like throw around. Because like if
I
you really
know,
think
but
about it, we're talking about it as like we're talking about it as middle age, midlife crisis man right now, and we're thinking like opposability. Oh yeah, Mox. But like if you think about it when you're a little kid, would you rather have some tank, some jet, as opposed to a damn sewer?
yeah, but that's what the fuck Ninjago is for. You know what I mean? Like, as a kid, I know I'm not. I don't, bro. I was never looking for a Batman the Bat Tank set. I would have gotten the Ultra fucking Sonic Raider set from Ninjago. You know what I mean? That's a humongous tank that I think is sick. But if I'm getting a Batman set, bro, as a kid, I want all the villains. I want all the heroes, bro, and I want probably some cool places for them to fight with some cool like interactive features, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? Flick fire missiles for the millionth time? I just can't buy it, bro. And if you say that Lego loves their vehicles, the one thing they love more than vehicles is fucking money, bro. And do you know how much more money they would make if these were all not all, but if this shit set was a location set, it would be nuts. Maybe there's a cool place where you can have fucking the Killer Croc jump out of. Maybe there's like bro, I don't even know. There's just so many cool different options that you could have. Maybe
Right.
maybe somewhere a little bridge or wooden bridge kind of looking thing that collapses.
I could see it with all those play features. Because then I start thinking like, well, like a setting is kind of a set thing. You know how Lego's like, well, we'd like the kid to like use his imagination and like, you don't have to do all that stuff. So they'll just give you a car. I mean, it makes sense. You can kind of throw like a car or something anywhere. Like, oh, I'm gonna make my imaginary city or whatever, and then just drive around in this car. But then when you get like a sewer set or some other setting, then I would say it's kind of locked to that
Bro,
with
what
whatever
other
play features they
company is
get.
making Batmechs or
But
Bat
then
Tanks?
you have to look at like the Bat Cave and then these other spots that like yeah, they're already settings
Then give
that
us a
they
good
could
fucking
cap on.
Batcave. Give us a good fucking Fortress of Solitude. Give us a good one.
That
It's
fortress would
that
be crazy
simple.
though.
Bro, with like a what's it called? A cool Brainiac fig or a sick Lex. Bro, like hey, bro, speaking of Superman, this Dark Knight Returns fig from Lego Batman 3, hear me out. Duplo sets and baby sets need to get rid of that custom little fig they have. Give them big figs, bro. Because I need this. I need Batman
Oh
versus
yeah.
Superman, both of them in chunky big figs. I feel like kids could play with big figs pretty easily, no, without having to worry about breaking anything. And
Right.
at the same time, Lego could also probably cut down the cost just on themselves of having to buy such small amounts or produce such small amounts of the big fig mold. I feel like it'd be a pretty good idea.
Right. It's not like the big figs are some sort of like technical advancement in the world. It's like, dude, they literally only four pieces on the thing move. They act like they're just this insane thing. Like, dude, like there's nothing going on with this thing. You can actually put this out. That'd be fire though, because if you think about like little baby and like 3+ sets, I think those figs are already kind of chunky. It's not a
They
minifig. You
are.
don't get a minifig until like what,
Some of
like
them you do.
6,
Yeah, it's a certain
and
age
like
group.
up. Yeah, then they start getting like the actual minifigs. But no, yeah, I know what you're talking about with the Duplos. Everything's bigger. Those blocks are huge. Usually, little kid, like baby. For some reason, these kids are so tiny, but at the same time, they're giving like the fattest objects just to play with. Which I understand,
Yeah.
like choking hazards and stuff like that. But at the same time, like yes, just throw a bunch of big figs in sets and like be like they're for kids. But then like all the scalpers gonna be waiting in the baby aisle just to scalp all like the crazy like Superman figs.
Yeah. I mean, they could just mass produce them, bro. Even better, like honestly. And that way they could just produce more of them. More parents will buy them for the kids. The scalpers can have them too. Regular people like us that think there's a cool big fig in a kid set can go get it as well. And that gives them
Right.
all the reason to produce more big figs with the extra stock of all those parts. You know what I mean? Like win-win for everybody. I think what that thing you were saying about dioramas though, not dioramas, like location-based sets and imagination, bro, that's where I think you're wrong. And I think I'll change you and the viewer's mind of just that idea in general. I think that the imagination idea is such a bullshit excuse for really trash vehicle repeat sets. And watch this shit, bro. Oh, well, it's not. You know what? We'll start with this one. Fuck it. Doomsday. I don't know how we don't have a Doomsday minifigure yet. Maybe it's because, the one set they would really do him in, and the one set that everybody would just beg them for nonstop is the death of Superman. And maybe they just kind of want to don't touch that because it's, the death of Superman. But bro, they could just make it Doomsday versus Superman. They could give us that tattered cape. Shout out Nico Lego Yes 1419 on Reddit, by the way, for the mock. This is already sick. What is this probably? If you were to price this, I'd probably. Okay, well, there's what
Oh,
we
like a
would
fifty
price it
dollar
at, and
set.
there's yeah, that's what exactly 55, maybe 60. I'd say you're a little closer to the
You're
mark.
around there.
That'd be a cool set, bro. I'd pick this up in a fucking flash. No,
In a
no pun intended.
flash. Yeah, they really do have to step up. Like they brought in this epic moments thing. I always keep on bringing it back up, but like it's a big. I would say it's a big deal for Lego just to like start putting out smaller sets with good figs in like a little scene, and then maybe you can start mashing them together or just kind of building up like a secondary modulars. I would kind of put it where they're
Mm.
not exactly like these big pieces, but at the same time, if you had enough from like the same, like say just Marvel or DC, you can probably mash them up to make a pretty decent scene. And they're, you get like yeah, the one of the recent ones just came out with the new Hulk. So they're not opposed to putting out big figs in these sets.
I think the epic moments style kind of thing would be cool. It would just be very
It'd be
um
small. It'd be pretty small.
I mean, I wouldn't want this to be super small though. I would still want it to kind of be sort
So
of
yeah, like a more
like a play
diorama.
set, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like dioramas are still pretty playable. Um, with what they are. It sucks that we only really got them in Star Wars, right? There's really nothing else other than that.
Star Wars, yeah. I think let's focus on the good stuff, bro. I think, bro, a new Superman mold. Let's just give Lego more of a reason to copy us. You know what I mean? And use these ideas for their benefit. Because right now, bro, whoever's at the top is fucked. Give us a new Superman that's fucked up like this one. Nico Lego Yus has peak right here. The I was gonna say Dark Side. The Doomsday Big Fig Nutty. I don't even care if it's in this little suit he has. That's even better. This is DC Supervillains and this is Lego Batman 3. They're both cool. We already have the micro. Not the, I was gonna say micro fighter. What are they called? The little mini guys. Fuck.
Oh, the
Mighty
Mighty
Micros.
Micros.
Mighty Micros. Yeah, we already have a Mighty Micros Doomsday. Give us the big fig. We need it. Anyways, let's just get into the next one. I think this Doomsday one is pretty cool. I don't know what other set they would put him in. Maybe like a Doomsday. Dude, this is another one. You can avoid the death of Superman by doing just Doomsday versus the Justice League and throwing a Batman, a Wonder Woman, and a Superman that has a fucked up torso. Dude, give us a damaged version of every one of those three. That would be so
Yeah.
sick. Versus Doomsday.
Like
Please.
just bring back like the height the peak of Lego DC superheroes. And I mean a lot of the sets really didn't have like a story to it. It was just villain,
They
superhero,
did.
fight.
No, they had comics,
They
bro. Well,
they,
all the
they
original ones had
did
comics.
that was their original thing, but you're talking about like a scene from an actual comic IRL from like the 70s and the 80s. We're
I'll
talking
take whatever
about
I could get.
Lego just like, okay, here's what's going down. we're gonna put this fig, this fig, and then we're gonna have like a big bad, and then we'll throw in a big fig. I'm talking about that where like there's no set like storyline they need to stick to from outside source from like their main source, but like just throwing in whatever. Like it
It's
doesn't need to be
sad.
a scene from a comic book. It just they put it together.
We're on our hands or knees, bro. We'll take anything.
Right? Just give us the figs and we'll make it ourselves.
But specifically, the damaged superheroes would be so sick.
I know they
With
got to put
duels,
more damage stuff
please.
out.
Bane.
You thrive in the dark. I was born in it. Like you're
I
just
think.
taking a shit the whole time. You're fine in the dark. I was
He's like in a public bathroom and the lights turned off on him.
I was born in it.
Oh my god.
I was
Holy
born
shit.
in it.
Bro, I think if they came out with one of these Bane style big figs, it would be my
Wait,
favorite
wait.
Lego thing of all time.
Where are you
Yeah,
starting
we're keeping
from?
that in, bro. I don't care. Wouldn't it be your favorite big fig, bro?
I think it would like having an original like Venom Bane just comic book. Like I like how the Lego Batman version is pretty spot on with the mask. The only thing is, funny enough, the fluff for his jacket and the vest, it just kind of throws me off. It's like, okay, that's not
Yeah.
really any kind of Bane I've seen. But one of these that's just like it works so well because the little Banes we have right now, they work out pretty well because Bane's not always juiced. Like there's some comics where he's like always a big dude, but most of the time like he needs to press the button before he can like go crazy.
Mhm.
So definitely having one of these like OG Banes would like be a insane cherry on top.
I think that a really good example of a set would be Nightfall, bro. I don't know if you know the storyline, but basically Bane. I'm pretty sure it's Bane's introduction, and he's this like mega genius that figures out like that Bruce Wayne is Batman, and he breaks his back, I think. So and he beats him, and Azrael, this dude on the left, takes over as Batman for a while, and
Mm.
they go on from there. But it'd be a cool set, man. I think it'd be a really sick set. Azrael's a fan favorite fig. I think a lot of people like the red version more, but I think this would work so
I
cool for
know.
this set.
I only know the version from Arkham.
Yeah, we can get another blue Batman suit like this, and it could even be the one with the blue with the black accents, which would be really, 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 really cool. Maybe an official Green T Rex and a giant penny with the Big Fig
Jim
Bane.
Penny, yeah.
That would be sick. Shout out
See,
Cruz Baca Creations. By the way, he's Loki not a FYP, MVP of the video. I use so many of his mocks. I think he's so cool. Yeah, just quick shout out.
see what I'm looking at though. I feel depending on how this next wave goes for when the Batman game comes out, we could. This is like a
Dude,
super far stretch. We could get, that's the Bane from the game, right? The one that above?
this one,
No, no, no. To
this
your left. Yes, that one.
this one
Is that
is
from the
fan
game?
art I found on Reddit. I think.
Oh shit. Okay. And depending on how the game goes, maybe we'll see
I mean,
a
isn't the game
Bane.
taking from like a bunch of different storylines and like styles and stuff?
Yes. It's taken again a lot from the Arkham games, but at the same time they're mixing other like, regular Batman stuff because Arkham it has its own
Dude,
storyline. So we definitely could.
what if Lego Batman is back, bro? Holy
And then
shit!
the other Bane slide you had with the Dark Knight Rises Bane, was
This
that from
guy,
the game or
this guy.
yeah, is that from the new game or
This is from the new game, yeah, 100%.
oh shit. Okay. Who knows? I kind of don't want to see that Bane. I'd much rather just see him.
No, yeah, yeah, fuck that. If I could have one, I'd much rather have this version or
Yeah,
this
that's just
version
like the best like
or
overall.
that one. Yeah.
But we'll
Enough.
see.
That's. I think that's enough larping on about this Bane. We'll get around on the next one. Uh, anything extra to say about this dude?
Not really. I don't know. I don't know why they're slacking on like these big figs that are like super iconic. And I feel like the one. I mean, Marvel has it too, but I feel like a lot of the DC Batman characters are big figs. Like they're
I
usually some
mean,
huge dudes. There's usually something going on, and especially here's another thing. They're also really popular characters. You know, Bane, Killer Croc, someone else, whoever else. I can only name two right now,
you said a lot
but
of them. Name fucking two,
only
bro.
name two. Oh, we can get a Clayface. You know, we can get Titan
Oh,
Joker. That's kind
yeah.
of more
I
Arkham.
mean, but the Clayface minifig is kind of iconic, bro. I want that first.
Yeah.
I
But
get what you mean, though.
I feel like instead of a Gorilla Grodd, really, do we need a Gorilla Grodd?
Not before Bane, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I would have much 100% taken a Bane over Gorilla Grodd. Do we need Darkseid? I feel like yes. He's like a main villain.
I'm happy we got him.
Yeah, he's and they did him pretty well. Um, I
I
would
would
totally
put
swap
it this way.
out.
I would kill the Grok and then fuck Croc and marry Darkseid.
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
I know where you're
I
going.
would I would kill the Gorilla Grodd and the killer version of the Killer Croc fig just for this Darkseid. Like, yeah, I think he's so cool.
Mhm. I get
Yeah,
you.
because I want this Killer Croc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was another one. And they could have implemented the jaw with it too.
Oh yeah,
That would
that
have
would
been
be
cool.
sick.
Because I mean, each of them has their own kind of head mold, so they really could. Oh, I hope they don't get lazy. And it's cool to have the new heads where you can replace them, take them off, do whatever. But then that brings up the case of either they're making custom head molds for the differences between the heads, or they're gonna get lazy and just make the same head and just different printing. Blah 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 blah
Oh, I
blah.
mean, I think it's just character by character, depending on what character needs a mold. Like Killer Croc would need a mold, right? But someone like Bane, he could have like a kind of a more molded and not moving head. I feel like this would work good for that, but it would be like a rounded
Uh,
mask kind of thing. And it could even have like a special attachment that connects these little things. Or
right.
if they did go more of like a twistable Hulk head route, it could be like this one. You know what I
I'm
mean?
looking at that. I don't know. I don't really like that as much.
I like it. I
Um.
like that you could see his mouth. I don't know why. I think it's pretty
Uh.
cool. I think it's a different. It's a good alternate version of Bane. Another good
But
take on Bane. I don't know how to explain it.
it, it's definitely a weird direction now. Looking at how Lego is kind of stingy and cheap with what they're doing, so they could really go like the cheap route and just kind of stick with that head thing, and then they can also just be chill and kind of mix it to where like okay, like a Hulk really doesn't need you know that like a super specific head mold. They could use just like the removable head, but
Mm.
then we're getting into like a Croc or a Clayface or a Grundy or someone crazy. Then it's like okay, I mean maybe a Grundy can still stick with
Granny could
like
use a
a
regular
head
head,
mold,
yeah.
but one of these like more kind of outlandish characters that really like they can't benefit from like the normal head, then
Mm.
they should probably mix in. Okay, now we need like a freaking Swamp Thing.
I
We're
mean, they
getting to
did
a
mold this Bane's
Clayface.
head right here, which
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. But
fucking
no,
wild to me.
that's fire. But I'm hoping they kind of stay that route when they're getting into these figs, because then that shows the uniqueness. That shows that they're not really kind of just copy pasting it over stuff, and they're actually putting time into it instead of just getting these heads and just putting a print on it. Okay, and it's literally like the same fig with just a different face.
No, I totally get you. Speaking of Solomon Grundy, by the way, I couldn't really find any good mocks with Solomon Grundy except for this one by Gorthu on Reddit. It's pretty cool. It's like a Justice Society of America style set, which I based or not which I based this specific dream set cast on. You guys are gonna be pissed probably about this little Batman. Like, oh, we got so many Batmans. Why do you need another one? You really think Lego isn't gonna give us another Batman? I had to add at least one. And the last set, this one was a Superman set. This was a Batman set. Even though this is totally a separate kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's more of a Justice Society of America set. They would have given you a Batman. Let's be real.
Right.
We'll get a Doctor Fate. We don't have that. That's cool. On top of the Solomon Grundy Big Fig, bro. Tell me this doesn't look like Red Hulk already. The one that came out in the Black Captain America movie.
Uh-huh. What do you
It
mean
looks
like
like it.
looks like it?
It looks like the Big Fig that came out. Look,
Oh yeah.
tell me that doesn't just look like a recolor.
Oh, that's not the new one. That's actually a really expensive one. But I know what
Is
you
it
mean.
really?
Yeah, it is.
I sold
It's
that
just because
shit.
of the yellow eyes.
Oh my
No. The
god.
one you sold was different.
Oh, I see. I see.
The one that
But
one was
yeah,
from like a dual set. I think that's the one that the pink pants lime green Hulk came in. It was a dual set.
dude, stop predicting everything I'm about to put in this slide, bro.
But
That
yeah,
pink pan, I have them on this PowerPoint.
I actually do like the kind of middle pic or the game picture on the right. I like that hair do better than the ones on
The left
the
one.
I mean the one on the right looks more comic accurate. That one looks more
Yeah,
like
this
a
one and this one is a little bit similar, right?
I don't really like those ones. The one on the right though, the
This one is
game
pretty
one, that one's chill. That's the one like I could think of like Lego Solomon Grundy,
pretty cool.
but the one on the I don't know. It's funny because the one on the bottom next to the lineup, for some reason that hair like looks off to me, but then I'm very sure the one on the top left is the same
Yeah,
character.
I'm pretty sure that I would prefer like the default Lego. You know what I'm talking about? The default black Lego hairstyle on him, but just
Oh
in
yeah,
gray.
yeah.
I'd be happy with that, honestly. And oh,
But
by the way, the reason this Batman is a Green Lantern is because since this is like this kind of style of Justice Society, I don't think that they would give us a Doctor Fate, a Grundy, a Hot Girl, and what's this guy's name? Alan Scott, I think. This version of Green Lantern. Bro, that might be wrong. I think they would much more likely give us a Bat Green Lantern. I
right,
would
that's
take
like
it.
that's the DC clause that there always has to be a Batman.
Yeah, I would take it though. I think it's a cool. It's in the game. I can't believe we don't have a figure of that yet. It's a cool. Along with the Bat, spacesuit. I think it's a cool variation. I wouldn't be mad. I think it's
We
better
have
than black and black or blue.
there's definitely Bat Lanterns. I don't know if there's a green Batman Green Lantern. I know
What do you
there's a
mean Bat
yellow one.
Lanterns? Oh, I see
Well,
what you mean. No, this is
yeah,
based on the
there's
game,
a
bro. It's
few
in the
Batman.
game. It'd just be a cool, like, kind of not Lego ideas, but it would be a cool. What's the word? It'd just be a fun little thing to have. I think.
Yeah.
Not, but I don't think there's too much we could do with Solomon Grundy. The last two were pretty hype. This guy's more chill. It'd just be a pretty simple. Bro, look at this. Look at this fig. Tell me it doesn't look like that Red Hulk. Tell me they don't look the same. They look exactly
Right
the
with
same.
like
Just
kind of
recolor it.
the hair.
Gray, yeah. Give us a hairpiece. Do some of these printings on the side to make it look ripped. Call it a day. Now, the final one is a Marvel mashup. It's going to be a Marvel set, kind of blended in with a DC set. And it's hard to explain, man. Let's just take a look. What do you think?
So we're mashing up like so we're taking pieces, right? Or what do you mean?
These three sets are just kind of what I would base the ultimate set on. There's no ultimate version
Oh,
of
I
the set
get
I
you, I
want,
get you.
but I would choose these figs, right? These are just two mocks that I think are kind of cool inspirations, and I would say some combination of these. Like, bro, tell me this Marvel set right here. Speaking of the Lime Green Hulk right here,
Yeah, that's the
just
set I
swap
was
out the
talking about.
figs. Swap out the figs. It's the exact same set. It'd be so cool. This Dexstar minifigure, kind of crypto similar a little bit. Atronicus would be pretty. That little neck mold. I don't know how they would do that. And
They
the
would
Kilowog would
they
need a
do it.
face mold. They do. You think
If
they do
they
it?
if they could do the Bane like that, and they can do the mean Killer Croc from the Batman movie, they can do that. I feel like
You're
they
right.
can
You're right.
really
You're
do
right. You're right.
any big fig head mold. They're just
Mhm.
lazy.
Yeah. I just think that dude, there's so much stuff we don't have that we could get. We could get an official lantern molded piece or a Green Lantern ring molded piece. We could get a really cool weapon build for like a Green Lantern or a Red Lantern thingy. Red Lantern Cat would just be fucking sick. It'd be the reason to buy the set on its own. And Kilowog is just like a goaded Green Lantern that I think everyone would want. I think that this set right here, if this was like a Red Lantern mobile and this was like a Green Lantern kind of thing, and you just swapped them and throw a DC tag on it, I think that set, if you put it up on the same time as this Marvel set that already came out, I think the DC one would sell way more. I really do. But
Right.
I think a good idea they could do is they could have some kind of Green Lantern projection right here. This Superman little Lex Luthor contraption reminded me of that. I don't know. I think I see potential here.
See,
Shout out Cruz Baka, by the way, and Ravioli Farmer.
I definitely see that too, where it's the two big figs, the two minifigs, or the 1.5 minifigs. Um, and I can totally see that. The only thing is these would be, special molds. It's cool that like this set came with the two big figs. Like, oh damn, like they were cooking on this. I mean, the builds are honestly, bro, that's just bricks. They're like two monster trucks or something. Not really anything like crazy. The what you're really in for is the two. You get Red Hulk, regular Hulk, more of a comic book. Green Hulk. You get a She Hulk and a Red She Hulk, which is again those are pretty insane figs. I think that was the first iteration of She Hulk. Um, and Red She Hulk. The only thing is, I feel like they made an exception with this set because of the Hulks, because it's
The
basically the
same fucking
same
thing.
mold. Yes, they inject different color plastics and then
Charge
a
me
little bit of
more.
a different
Charge
what
me
you call it,
more.
print. But I still feel like they were more down to do that just because there's not much of a difference between the two. So they're like, whatever. We have the molds for them.
I
With
mean, bro, it's
this
a
though,
one-time thing. They wouldn't these. Sorry for cutting you off. These big figs wouldn't come in another set, and that'd be even. I'd be like, okay, it's a little more expensive because of these cool molds. I get it.
then again, you start to look at like how many big figs we've gotten already. So you already know that they're stingy with it. So I really wouldn't think they'd, in Lego terms, waste molds just to for this set. Like, okay, we're gonna put two big figs in here. Let's make these two unique molds or head mold. I would say unique, depending on how they would do the torso and everything. These unique molds for the big figs, put them in a set and just kind of be done with it, as opposed to the Hulks where they already had the molds. They're gonna use them again. They know they're gonna use them again, and they're just like, whatever, we'll just throw them in. We're already making them, blah blah blah. So I think in like a Lego thinking about it, like money wise, they probably wouldn't, just because they're annoying. Standalone though, I think they would do a standalone if ever they thought about DC ever again without including Batman. But yeah, I don't know. Lego is just so like depressing at this point.
It really is. I don't know. I like to wish and have hope that they'll give us a cool big fig like this.
Right.
But I get your point. If I'm being honest, I'd say they could just the way they could get around that is by making this kind of the big set of the wave, even going
Uh-huh.
bigger than this. I think another reason I think that this set would work better than this set is because, bro, She-Hulk and Red She-Hulk have no reason to have these monster trucks.
Right.
These could be creations of. I'm not the first one to say this, by the way. These could be both be like Red Lantern and Green Lantern creation vehicles, sort of like this. I don't like how black this is. I like how.
You like more green.
Yeah, I like how the translucent pieces look more. If I'm being honest.
Uh-huh.
But we could get over that, bro. We could get around that. I just. I really think this set would have been so much better as a DC set, a DC Green Lantern set, and I've seen many people say this as well. Mechs work with Green Lantern, man. Mechs would work so well
Oh yeah.
compared to a Batman mech. Give me a Green Lantern mech. I won't even laugh at it. It'd be a couple
It
cool
makes
translucent
sense.
parts. Totally, it really totally makes sense. That's our kind of list of just different big fig ideas and sets that hopefully Lego copies. If I'm being honest,
Right.
I know I want them. I'm sure you guys do too. Let me know what you think. But yeah, that's it from us, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Hell yeah.